Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Let's take a look at the bus terminal in Guayaquil, the Terminal Terrestre. It was originally built in 1985, but it had heaps of structural problems and essentially had to be totally remodeled and partially reconstructed. This new version of it we see here was finished in 2007. Now, this bus station handles more than 42 million passengers per year. While we're out front of the building, let's have a look at the taxi situation. As you just saw, there's a huge taxi rank out the front, and you'll find these taxis are organized by officials who will help you figure out the price with the driver before you get in. So it's really not a problem to catch a taxi from here. I've done it dozens of times with absolutely no problem at all. Here's an important tip for you. This is tip number 1 of 10 tips, hashtag 10 tips. So keep watching. Tip number 1, if you're getting dropped off at the terminal by either a taxi or an Uber, you want to tell the driver to drop you in the street, here, outside the facility. And this is because if the driver drives you into one of the 2 drop-off areas, you're going to be stuck in that taxi for a very long time. It is absolutely ridiculous. We're talking 15 to 20 minutes sitting in a hot car, usually without air conditioning, stuck in traffic that is just crawling along, edging towards the official entrance of the building. Now the drivers will want to do this. They see you're a gringo and they want to make sure that you are absolutely safe. So they're going to try to insist on dropping you at the door. It is perfectly safe for you to get dropped off at the street and walk 5 minutes, probably not even 5 minutes, from there into the terminal. But you might have to be quite insistent with the driver. They won't want to let you do that. But if you absolutely insist and you tell them you do it every time, they will let you. Come along with me now as we walk from the street all the way into the terminal and to the food court bathrooms.
Cualquier venda sándwiches. Cualquier venda sándwiches.
As you can see, this part of the station is a shopping mall, and they have pretty much everything you could think of, including brands you are familiar with and many you have never seen before. As you're watching this video and seeing just how many people use this bus station and ride the buses, I hope it gives you some peace of mind about actually taking a bus in Ecuador. Sure, the drivers do tend to drive way too fast, and they actually do crash from time to time, but when you think about the sheer scale of the bus system in Ecuador and how many buses there are on the road at any given time, I think it helps you realize that the chances of anything happening to the bus you happen to be on is really very slim. I will admit it does cross my mind from time to time, but seeing all these people using the buses makes me feel more comfortable about it. At the time of making this video, I've lived in Ecuador now for almost 3 years, and I don't have a car, so I use these buses to get around all the time. Like, I use them, these are my primary means of transport between cities, so I'm very used to it now. Righto then, who's ready for tip number 2? What you're looking at here on the video is the ground level, or in Spanish, planta baja. In the elevator, it would just use the initials PB, think peanut butter. In the US, of course, this would be called the first floor, but here and in many Spanish-speaking countries, the first floor, or level 1, is actually the next floor up, what you would call level 2. This is important to remember because when they give you your bus ticket, they'll tell you, and it's written on your ticket, which level your bus leaves from. If you're in a hurry, and you probably will be, you don't want to waste time going to the wrong floor and walking all over the place trying to find your bus stop. So, the ground level is called Planta Baja. The second level of the building is actually the first floor, or in Spanish, primer piso, or piso uno. The third level of the building is the second floor, or piso dos, or segundo piso. Here we've come to the end of the food court, or the patio de comidas, and you can see we have some bathrooms. We got the male here and the women's on the other side. There are other bathrooms on the ground level, but they tend to be much busier, so I always go to these ones first. Tip number 3, you ready? The cleanest and least frequented bathrooms are on the next level up. So that, of course, is primer piso, or level 1, okay? So we go up the escalators and you'll find these bathrooms. They are very clean. You can actually sit down on the toilet seat and it's not a cesspit of total filth like the bathrooms downstairs sometimes are. Bring your own toilet paper. This could be another tip, but I'm going to throw it in as a freebie here because it's still bathroom affiliated. It is literally toilet adjacent. They have these automatic paper dispensers which cost 25 cents for one issuance, one amount, what do you call a quantity of toilet paper that's not on a roll? I'm going to call it a thruft. A thruft of toilet paper is 25 cents, and if you're doing some serious business, that may not be enough. Of course, you could buy 50 cents worth, or you could just bring your own. Tip number 4. Let's talk about Sweet and Coffee. This coffee chain was founded by a married couple here in Guayaquil in 1997. In the year 2000, they opened a second location, and now they have more than 120 across Ecuador. There are 2 locations of Sweet and Coffee here in the terminal. One here in the usually very busy food court, and one a little further away. But that one has its own seating and is typically a little more of a relaxed atmosphere compared to the one in the patio de comida. Tip number 5, bring cash. You cannot buy your ticket with a credit card. These ticket booths are cash only, and they are usually really busy just before each bus leaves. So you'll have a big group of people behind you listening to your terrible gringo Spanish, and if you're like me, you'll want to embarrass yourself as little as possible. So have cash. Speaking of cash, these ticket booths are one place where they will actually give you change. So use your 20 here. Even if you've got smaller notes and coins, if you've got a 20, get it changed here. There aren't many places that'll give you smaller change in Ecuador, but of course everyone wants you to buy something with small change. So every chance you get, you gotta change those 20s. Get it here at the ticket booth. They've got it, and they're happy to give it to you. Another thing worth mentioning is that some bus operators will ask for your ID number. If you have a local ID, a cedula, great. If not, your passport will work, and you only need to show them a photo of it on your phone. You don't actually have to carry around your physical passport. Okay, you've bought your ticket. Now it's almost always a race to the bus. The buses leave for popular destinations very frequently, and sometimes you'll have less than 5 minutes to get from the ticket booth to the buses, which, as you know, are on the levels above you. Let's jump on the escalators again and head back up to Primer Piso. First floor, the floor above the ground floor. You getting the hang of this yet? Up here, you can see things are a little bit quieter. There's still plenty of retail. There's clothing stores. There's another cafe. There's a medical facility. And there's even an office of the civil registrar if you need to do anything with your local ID. But I sincerely hope you don't, because that is definitely not the kind of thing you can do before you jump on your bus. Of course, you've got your best bathrooms up here, as we mentioned, and there's a heap of bus stops. Go to the bathroom before you buy your tickets. That's right, this is tip number 6. The long haul buses have bathrooms on them, but often they are going to be locked as the operator doesn't want to have to clean them. This drives me insane, but it's very common. So this means sometimes you'll have to wait until the bus stops at a gas station somewhere along the route. The shorter buses don't have bathrooms at all, so you got to be ready to hold on. And a short route can mean 3 hours. It's a nightmare. Up above this waterfall is tip number 7. If you do have some time to kill and you want to sit down for a little bit, here's the best place to do it. At the back of the food court, there's a waterfall and some stairs leading up to more seating. Up here, it's almost always very quiet and you can just relax and not worry about being interrupted by anyone. It's great. Segundo piso, the third level of the building. This is where the buses that I usually catch leave from. There's no shortage of places to buy snacks from both inside and outside right in front of the buses, but again, remember to have cash. They are not going to accept credit cards for snacks. I'm going to wrap things up here. We're going to talk about tips 8, 9, and 10. They're all about the buses and getting on the buses. So first of all, your ticket is going to tell you the anden, or the platform number for your bus. Once you've found it, it's on these signs here above the doors. Once you've found it, be ready to hand your ticket to the person working outside the door. He's going to scan it and let you through the gate. Tip number 8 is to keep every little piece of paper that the ticket booth gives you. You have to scan the QR code on your ticket to get outside, and then on the same ticket, or sometimes on a different ticket, you'll find the number of your bus. Alright, good job, you made it to the end of the video. I hope you found this informative. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and a like. Thank you very much. Here's tip number 9. The bus number is on the front of the bus, on the bottom. You would think that this would be enough to know if it's your bus, but nope. Sometimes there's going to be 2 buses with the same number and they're going to be right next to each other, like we see here in this video. So if you're not sure, it's always best to show your ticket to the driver. The bus line I use all the time now is very careful about luggage, actually, so I feel quite comfortable putting my larger bag underneath in the cargo section like this. They're going to put a sticker on it and they'll give you the other half of the sticker so you can claim your bag when you arrive, and they do actually want that ticket from you at the other end, so don't lose it, otherwise there could be a problem. Hey there, thanks for watching. My name's Jason Alvey. If you don't know me, I spend most of my time here in Ecuador doing black and white film photography these days. And if you're into that kind of thing, you can actually buy my prints from my website, urbanfilmphotography.com. So I live in Salinas, but I spend a lot of time in Guayaquil. I thought I'd put together a series of videos that focus on Guayaquil, and I think it is a great city. It's awesome, I love it. So, hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you really liked it, you can buy me a coffee. Righto, cheers, we'll see you next time. Bye.